to my YouTube channel, the best place for eczema warriors to get rid of the flares and get rid of the itch. In today's video, we're going to be diving into exactly how to identify eczema flare-ups using a tracker. You guys are really confused with where your flares are even coming from, and so that's why in today's video, I really want to dive into exactly what we use inside my program, CYE. We use a very specific spreadsheet in my program that my clients use to help them keep track of their flares. Now, by using this tracker, they start to learn why certain days their flares are worse versus other days where their skin is really good. And so that's why I want to use this video to teach you guys exactly what we use. I'm actually going to share my screen and show you exactly what the spreadsheet looks like so that you can create your own and start tracking your own eczema flares. So if you're someone who is really confused on why your skin is flaring and you want to figure out exactly what to look for when it comes to the causes, then definitely watch this video until the very end, because I'm going to be sharing with you guys so much when it comes to identifying your own flares. Before we get started in today's video, you guys know I love sharing any updates going on in terms of CYE, any free classes, any free resources. Now, I want to let you guys know that on Sunday, March 13th, I am doing another masterclass. Yay! I love doing masterclasses, you guys. It's something that I try to do regularly, whether it's every 3 months, every 4 months, just for you guys to have the opportunity to learn from me in a live session. And so on Sunday, March 13th, we are doing a live class. This class is going to be very, very different compared to the other live classes I've taught. In previous master classes, I've taught mostly about how to clear your eczema naturally, with giving you guys different tips and mistakes that you're doing when it comes to your healing. However, this masterclass is going to be about how to do less with your eczema healing journey in order to see better results. Honestly, this masterclass is going to be a game changer for any of you who feel like you're doing too much when it comes to healing your skin, or you're feeling like you're very overwhelmed with what to do and feeling like you have to do more in order to heal your skin. Come to this masterclass because I'm going to be teaching you exactly how I help my clients heal their skin without going on these crazy protocols or feeling like they have to do the next thing to heal. So if you want to join us, you can go to the link in the description box below. You can leave your name and your email to register for the free masterclass. It's going to happen again on Sunday, March 13th at 12 o'clock p.m. PST time zone. Make sure you guys check your own time zones so you don't miss the masterclass. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So as you guys know, identifying flare-ups can be really, really challenging. It can definitely be a guessing game sometimes, and oftentimes a lot of you guys share with me that you don't really know why your skin is flaring. Now, there could be a million reasons why your skin could be flaring, but the best way to identify really what's going on is actually writing it down. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the spreadsheet I use inside Clear Eczema to help my clients identify really what's going on in their daily life. Because the thing about flare-ups, you guys, is that it's not always related to one thing. And oftentimes I see you guys doing is just thinking that it's always diet related, or thinking that it's always stress related and nothing else. What you guys have to know is that understanding your body is the key to healing your eczema. And so when I say understanding your body, I really mean it from understanding what's going on in your daily life, what's going on with your digestion, what's going on with your stress, what's going on with your mindset, and all the factors that can impact your eczema to flare. Now, most people don't really know how to be in tune with your body. They don't know what to really look out for when it comes to why their skin is flaring. So what they end up resorting to is just focusing on the diet, because that's one thing they feel like they can control. Now, like I said, diet is only one piece of the puzzle, you guys. If you are just focusing on the next diet to heal, you are not going to heal, okay? I'm gonna say that again. If you are just focusing on your diet, figuring out what foods to remove, what's the next diet to try, I am telling you guys right now, that is not going to help you heal your eczema, because you're not listening to what your body actually needs. Not everybody needs a diet change, right? And I've seen people that don't need to change their diet drastically and they still are able to heal their skin. And the way they do that is by understanding what their eczema is telling them. And so using this tracker, which I'm going to show you guys in the next few seconds here, is to help you guys really tune in into your body, figure out what is really going on, because that's the best way in identifying why you're flaring versus why you're not. Hey guys, so this is the tracker that we use for clear eczema. This is a spreadsheet on Excel. And so you can see right here, this is what we use for identifying any symptoms that are going on over day 1 up to day 7 for each week. So I have my clients always fill out their breakfast meals or lunch snacks, dinner, as well as their fluid intake. And then with each day, I always get them to write down their skin symptoms, how is their skin feeling in terms of a flare and or in terms of itching. And I'll usually get them to rate that out of 10, or they can just describe it in words here. Time of itching is really important to you guys because that can also tell us whether or not your itching and your flaring is related to food or related to something else. So writing down what time you itch is really important. And other things to really consider too, because it's not just about the food, is looking into your GI symptoms. So sometimes what I'll see with my clients is that I'll notice that they're having lots of constipation, maybe they're experiencing diarrhea, maybe they're having abdominal pain, and this can really tell us what's going on that day, that week, because this can also impact their skin as well, right? You guys know the connection between the gut and the skin. So writing down those GI symptoms is really important. Of course, keeping track of your sleep is crucial as well. We know the relationship between having a good night's sleep versus when you aren't sleeping well. So I get my clients to write down the hours of sleep that they're getting every single night. And lastly, there's another column here on stress. So this, I usually get my clients to rate out of 10. How are they feeling that day? 0 being no stress and 10 being very, very stressed out. And so by doing this, you guys, you can keep track of all of your meals, all of the symptoms that are going on, the time, the digestive symptoms, the sleep, the stress, any other notes you want to make here. You can even put in a separate section right here and put down, I don't know, some of my clients what they'll do is they'll write down any other notes that may be related to their skin flaring up. So this is part 1 of tracking your meals, along with these other symptoms to look out for. Then I also have a part 2 for the spreadsheet where I actually get my clients to check in with their mind and their body, because as you guys know, mindset is really key here when you're in your journey. And so we also look into writing down any things that they feel that they may have caused them to flare, food related or not. Sometimes these sections can be blank. Otherwise, other symptoms to look out for like fatigue, headache, brain fog, generally how they're feeling over the week, they'll just write that in words here. And then this is a section for them to look at how their stress was like over the past week. Did they work long hours? Did they take breaks? Right? This is really important to identify any stressors over the past week. And then I also love my clients to also write down how they're feeling this week, negative and positive thoughts. So always 3 negative thoughts they had this week, and always 3 things that they're grateful for. And oftentimes they'll share this with me in our one-on-one calls or in our group coaching calls. And so when my clients are using this tracker, it's really helpful because I'm able to go in there and make suggestions and make recommendations. So when I'm looking at their meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I can see, okay, are we lacking protein? Are we lacking fiber, right? Because that can also impact skin healing, right? All of these things are all related to skin flare-ups or not. And so have a second pair of eyes to assess what their day is looking like can really help them identify what's going on and help them learn how to be more in tune with your body, but also have me assess their diet, looking at their nutrients, looking at their fluid intake and their digestive symptoms. I'm literally showing you guys what we use inside Clear Eczema. Okay, so this is another resource that I created recently. This is the weekly symptom tracker. Now this looks really similar to the diet tracker, but without the diet piece. And the whole purpose of this tracker is to really just assess their symptoms out of 10 so that every single week when they're going through the program, they start to notice improvements or not. And so with my clients, I get them to, on day 1, indicate their flare out of 10, 0 being no flare, 10 being, the worst flare ever. We also do that for itch, skin texture. They have different categories they can choose from. Digestion, basically how was their stool over each day. Sometimes they're going to have to copy over from the diet tracker to here, so we have an overall picture of the week. Stress levels out of 10, sleep hours out of 10 or out of 8 for most people who sleep 8 hours, and then mindset we also assess as well. And then here we look at looking at what they really need to work on. So sometimes what we'll notice is that my clients will see a lot of stress going on this week, so they'll write down what exactly they need to work on, right? And making changes so that they can actually see improvements, right? No results without actual action. They can literally fill all of this out and not do anything about it and not get the results, right? So it's really important to do the work, but also to implement the things that you know is going to help you get those results that you want. So yeah, these are the 2 trackers we use inside Clear Eczema to help clients identify flares
figure out what's really going on in their daily life. You guys can actually use this in your own journey if you found this helpful. Make your own template, make your own notes based on this if you'd like. If you want to join us inside Clear Eczema and have access to these templates and have me assess to make sure that you know what you're actually looking for, then that's what my program is for. And we'll talk about this returning back to the actual video.
So there you have it, you guys. That's exactly what we use inside Clear Eczema for identifying flare-ups. Now, what I want to say is that it's not as easy as it looks. You don't just write things down and hope that you're able to identify everything. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes on your spreadsheet to see what's really going on. And that's why in my CYE program, I have this resource for my clients, but I actually go in there and make suggestions, I make edits, I make recommendations so my clients know what to really look out for. For example, as I mentioned in the video earlier, is that when I'm looking at my client's diet, I'm seeing kind of what it looks like as a whole. Are they getting enough protein? Are they eating enough? Are they spacing their meals out properly, right? Are they getting enough fiber in different colors? Because if I see that, there's some weeks where they're not eating so well, then that could be the reason why their skin isn't doing the best. Not saying that diet is the whole reason, but at least it gives us some insight and some idea of exactly what is going on. And of course, I do have some clients whose diet's really good and they really struggle with other aspects that we talked about earlier, where maybe it's the stress or the mindset. And so I have this whole section in the tracker where it's a mindset makeover activity to help them identify how they're really feeling that week. So if you're someone who is really struggling with maybe not the diet, maybe you're struggling more with the stress and mindset and the other things as well, keep track of that in your tracker because you can see kind of every single week what is really going on. And if you're flaring this week, maybe it's because last week you weren't feeling so well and you were really stressed out, or maybe it's even 2 weeks before that you were really grinding and you're suddenly feeling the flare now. Because as you guys know, flares don't have to happen right away. They can happen a couple weeks later, it can happen a week later. That's why it can be really confusing in remembering exactly what caused it, right? So using this tracker is going to help you a lot in figuring that out. Now, a lot of you guys always tell me, oh my God, Julia, that's so much work. I don't have time to record all these things. I really don't want to do that. I'm just going to take a mental note. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, taking a mental note is not helpful, okay? How many times have you guys taken a mental note of something like, oh, I'm gonna go text my friend, at this time, and then you forget about it. Oh, I gotta make sure I call my mom, and then you probably forget, right? So taking a mental note, you will always forget. We're so busy every single day, right? How are we gonna remember every single thing that you're thinking in your brain, given that your brain is already thinking all day long, right? And so that's why using some kind of spreadsheet, writing it on a piece of paper, you don't even have to use a spreadsheet. You can just write it on your phone. At least you can know and go back and remember that specific day, that specific time, what happened. Could it be the reason why you're flaring because you had a really stressful conversation with a friend, for example, or maybe you ate out for the entire week, right? And so you want to write down exactly what happened during the week, every single day, so that you can really be more in tune with your body this way. Now, of course, this is not something that you have to do forever and ever and ever. It's really for those people who have no idea why their eczema is flaring and you just need some kind of data. This is the way to do it. Once you are more in tune with your body and you know how to listen to it, you no longer have to use this tracker. Like for me, I don't have to use the tracker anymore because I know kind of what triggers me and what doesn't, right? And so I kind of just take a mental note that way because I've been doing it for so long. And if your skin isn't flaring, technically you don't really need to keep a tracker. When you guys are flaring, this is the time where you want to pull out something to keep track of so that you can start keeping that data right with you so that you can see what you can improve on and see what you don't need to really work on as much. All that being said, you guys, if you found this video really helpful and you really want to get access to my spreadsheet and learn exactly how to identify your own flares, we do this exactly inside my program, CYE. CYE is going to be coming around very soon again in the next month or so. So if you definitely want to join us, you want to get access to the spreadsheet, you want me to have a second pair of eyes on what you're currently doing with your eczema healing journey, I can definitely help you with this. You don't have to keep guessing, you don't have to keep being overwhelmed and actually prolonging your journey by not really knowing exactly what's going on. And I would love to support you in your journey. So if you want to join us inside Clear Eczema, you can leave your name in the waitlist below. There's a link right there in the description box that you can leave your name and your email. Or if you want to work with me in any of my services besides CYE, I offer nutrition and dietitian packages. You can book a free discovery call also at the link in the description box below, and we can have an honest conversation on what you really need and how I can support you in your journey. And as always, if you guys found this video very helpful, make sure you like this video, hit subscribe, and also leave me a comment below if you have more questions or if you just want to comment on how much you loved today's video. Thanks everyone for watching today's video. Do not forget to register for my free masterclass coming up on Sunday, March 13th. I will see you guys there, and I will see you guys next week in our video. Lastly, before I officially let you guys go, make sure you check out my 2 videos right here, because every single Monday I do release more videos on eczema, on TSW, on mindset, all the great things when it comes to helping you heal your eczema naturally.